usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's across midfield and finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And now they'll shift things around. Well, now they'll try the end around. 20. Touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Armadillos are on the board first here this afternoon.
And to me, the key to a wide receiver run like that is getting around the first edge guy. It's often like a punt returner. Make that first guy miss, because if you can do that successfully and get upfield, we know good things can happen. He's able to take that one into the end zone.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Here we go.
2nd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now Lewis. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Dyson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
21. 5-9, 5-9. Let's go.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Armadillos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Completes it to Norwood. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Let's go now.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Broncos nothing.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
On the check. Go.
They try the left side here with Williams. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Ready.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Buffalo 18.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss.
There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. And finally wrestled down at the 11.
Go.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And quickly to the outside, that's caught by Lamb. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
5-9.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Armadillos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 21-0.
21. Broncos nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Ready.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Get up. Cougar 19. Ready.
Lewis now on 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at, oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he's just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
Crowd right. Baylor Tigers. Crowd right. 59. Hey, Ray. Hold the trips right. Set.
Herbert. Completes it to Davis. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Let's go.
Herbert off of play action. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Armadillos are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it is 28-0.
Broncos nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call. but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Back in 60. Ready.
Again, it's Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
60 Mavericks, go!
Here's Lewis, looking to throw on 2nd down. Norwood's got it, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To throw is Lewis. To throw on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He's got his target. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lewis. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now Lewis on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Here we go.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Lewis. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 28-0 lead, you figure they're just going to be happy to take this lead right into the locker room.
Ready.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now he's loose again. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Armadillos will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Broncos nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
Roll, roll, roll. Hurt, hurt. Go.
Back to throw. Lewis. Here's a diving catch right side. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Lewis. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
Baylor Tiger.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. That is caught by Lamb. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 23. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Left side to Lamb. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
Ready.
And he'll go right back to Lamb. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Armadillos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it is 42-0.
Armadillos 42. Broncos nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Lewis on 1st down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Lewis. This one swung out to Williams. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's good.
19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll look to throw again. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 78 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Go Lions, Lions, Lions.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, OP.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dyson, he'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
21.
Now Herbert going to shift his guys around.
Hey, ram. Ready.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
21. Set.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That'll be caught. It's the tight end Howard. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Let's go. Hey.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8.
Kappa. Go. Ready.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And it's caught. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Armadillos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready.
Moore, the motion man. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Let's go. Go.
Play action. It's Herbert. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Home the troops right.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dyson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
This offense so far on 3rd down, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And it's caught. Touchdown. C.D. Lamb from 13 yards out. And the Armadillos extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Dicker down attack on the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Here's third and a few inches.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Trap alert. Go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mustang 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Taken down at the 42. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And shedding through the tackle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Let's go.
Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They run it again with Williams. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And the kick is good, so they avoid the shutout. But still a tough one to swallow here. They only post 3 points, and this game is over. Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for Orlando, they get yet another victory to finish the year at 14-3 overall. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll finish a less than stellar campaign with a mark of 6-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.